guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. I wanted to come on and share a channeled message with you guys that I received. I was called to come on and just share a video about reminding you guys about the love between the twin flames, and that even though your journey may not be perfect, no relationship is perfect, just like no twin flame connection is perfect. And there's this whole idea about being in union and having it come to this end game or end goal of you guys somehow being together in like this happy home family life, and you see other twins that are there or are trying to learn from them how to get to this place, and many of you at sometimes you can't resonate with their journey or how it is they're together, or how it is they got to that place. But I'll remind you guys, like, every journey is different. And sometimes, like, there's channels with twin flames who are together and who are here to help each other, get to that point. But there are also twin flames here who are here to teach you guys how to navigate the experience and the journey if you're already married, or if there are major obstacles in the way of both of you coming together. Like, for example, a huge age gap. Maybe you guys are coming into the awareness that masculine and feminine actually means energy and not the body. Maybe you guys are in certain situations where there's countries separating you guys, thousands and thousands of miles, and you have no idea how the hell what you see on YouTube with other twin flame couples could ever manifest between you two, And sometimes that can make us feel very stuck. It can make us feel blocked. It can make us feel like, how are we ever going to get there? And maybe we might feel discouraged or say, you know what, this isn't real, or it's not worth it. I just want to remind you guys, like, every dynamic is different. And let's say, for example, like, you're married or you're experiencing one of those challenges or obstacles that makes it seem like, why the hell then would this person come into my life if it's so challenging to be with them? And that's what I want to remind you guys of, like, the challenges. You guys asked for it. You wanted to grow. Like, there's no point in coming to earth or incarnating here on earth without being aware of knowing that there's going to be some shit hitting the fan, I guess, but we're prepared to deal with it. And in the last written reading that I shared with the Three of Swords card, it was explaining about how pain is an inevitable part of this journey, but there's a beautiful thing that comes out of feeling pain, and it's the transformation of knowing that you can rise again after experiencing such heart-wrenching things. And it just shows how resilient the human heart and mind and body and soul is. And we learn that more than ever on the twin flame experience. So I just thought I would remind you guys of that, like, your journey is not perfect. Don't get discouraged by seeing other people in union and they're doing all these like amazing things with, sharing their stories. Like, they were here to specifically guide twin flames who have incarnated here on earth to actually be together in that physical union. There's many of us who are just in a whole different space and time with our twin flame connection. You know what I mean? It's like this interesting pull, this invisible relationship between you two, and then there you are in your marriage with kids, and it's like this structure, but on another side in your heart and in your mind is this connection with this other person. Like, don't beat yourself up and think to yourself like it's not real or it's not gonna ever manifest. You came and designed it in this specific way to learn specific lessons at this time. Okay, so the love is genuine and the love is real and the love is there, and the pull, the connection, it's just your circumstances are different because you wanted to learn different lessons. You wanted to relate to other twin flames in this particular type of situation as well, so that we continuously share that feeling of not wanting each other to be or feel alone, no matter what circumstances we're going through. Okay, so based off of that channeling, I wanted to dig into the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and I wanted to just get some messages from the masculines directly over to the feminines, and continue on with that energy of letting you guys know, like, whatever you feel, they feel for you. So if you guys want to tune into the cards here, maybe just kind of take a moment to close your eyes and reflect on what it is you're actually feeling right now for your twin flame. Like, whatever circumstances you guys are going through right now, maybe you are just hoping that they're doing okay. Maybe you are hoping that they are just happy. that they're safe. Maybe you're hoping that you guys will come together, maybe see each other, like whatever the case is, just know that the energy is like mirrored. They feel the same way. So if you can close your eyes and manifest the same goal, like whatever it is you feel truly authentically, just put it into a nice beautiful pink bubble and send it out into the universe, and trust that the universe has heard your message and will deliver your desires. Many of us have a hard time trusting like our wants and needs and desires, because somehow we get clouded or feel guilty, like, oh, I shouldn't want that, oh, I'm gonna, ruin things if I desire that. Oh, let me not like, go there. But it's like, if it's in your mind, like no one else can see it. Ask that the universe works it out or orchestrates it perfectly. Whatever your goals and desires are, stop holding back on that and just be. Live authentically and be free. For a lot of you, you want the experience with your twin flame. And if you notice, like a lot of what keeps us away from them is like, honestly, what I have gained so far on this experience is just worrying about what other people are going to think and say. You guys have to be very sovereign and know that like this is your journey, this is your life experience, and you've got your own back. Like trust that you know what you're doing in life. All right. Okay, so let's get some messages here from the masculine, because again, whatever you're feeling. Okay, so let's just go with the first card here as whatever you guys were thinking in your heads. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords here coming out. Oh, isn't that cool, guys? I just shared the Three of Swords reading from the Light Seers deck and the written reading that I did yesterday. So yeah, like pain is inevitable on this journey, but like what I see here is the exchange of the feelings between them. Like, you know what? Like, look at him playing the harp. Like, the music is always going off for him, just like it's going off for you. And again, with this person like spying on them or looking in on them, it's that same energy I was talking about, where you guys honestly like have to get to a place of knowing that you can take care of yourself, you can provide for yourself, you can do everything for yourself and still overflow into other people's cups. When you get to that place, believe me, you guys are not going to care what the hell other people have to say. If whatever it is you have to carry out in order to bring your connection together with your twin flame, you're going to do it with ease. It's going to be done knowing that you can take care of everything. Like no matter what people are saying, you're going to be able to provide. And yeah, that's going to come with a lot of pain. It's going to come with a lot of uncomfortable experiences, but many of you are here and you're already experiencing breaking down those barriers and just doing things in a very unorthodox way. Like if you're here tuned into tarot and twin flame readings, like I can almost guarantee that there's other aspects of your life that are changing in weird and mysterious ways. Your thinking is becoming a lot more in tuned and intuitive with what it is going on in your heart space. Like again, going back to not feeling badly about what it is you desire and you want. Okay, and yeah, it's going to put us in an uncomfortable space, but like I mentioned in the written reading, many of us are getting that momentum to take those swords out of our heart and just be yourself. Like look at how she's just laying back in her nakedness with her hand on her breast here, like the flames and the candles going off. Like this is what you guys really want. Like this is what you guys really feel. But again, like, with the person there in the background, it almost feels like, you guys feel very limited in your ability to move. But the 3 energy is about feeling limitless. It's very creative energy. It's even though this person is looking, like seize the day, seize the opportunity, because it's not this person's life, it's your life. So, many of you are going to be coming into the realization, like especially with your divine masculines, like they're asking themselves, like, what is happiness? Like, what am I doing, if I'm not happy? I'm earning all this money, I have all these possessions, I have all these people around me, but the spark is not what it is when I'm with this one person, So yeah, like the magic of the harp there is him actually like really taking the time out to like tune out, meditate, focus in on his divine feminine, and really like put some focus and energy into his next move, which we know is the 4, right? After 3 comes 4. So putting some thought and energy into his next steps, which is creating stability around himself so that he can invite his feminine in. For many of them too, like they're getting their own place. Like, I know I keep saying that, or I've mentioned it in past readings, but like I'm getting this vibe of like wanting their own space. There was also a song, I think it's called When I'm Home by Tyler Shaw. But he basically says a line in the song where he goes, we'll make a palace out of this apartment. Okay, well, that's the vibe I'm getting, okay, with that stability card. It's like, it doesn't matter where your masculine has to go at this time in order to create that safe space for you guys. You too will make a palace out of it no matter what, okay? So yeah, that was his message to you. The pain is necessary, and I'm going through it, and I know that you're going through it, but it doesn't mean I'm not here focused on, you. That's all he can really focus on. And I know that the Divine Feminine can resonate with that message as well. It's like a feeling of always feeling them there with you. Okay, let's go for one more message. Okay. You know what? These are way too many right now. Okay. Let's give us one or two cards to talk about the Three of Swords here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles that just came out. All right, there we go. So we have the, two eights. So the energy of the eight as well is about advancement, okay? It's about striving forward, striving for excellence in your life. And, for me, good, healthy relationships is part of striving for excellence in your life. And I feel like the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine have realized a lot of things about each other, okay? A lot of complexities within each other, and they've matured, like, throughout, like, whatever separation you guys have gone through, or even with many of the Divine Feminines taking off to just do a lot of self-care and, focus a little bit more on their goals and what it is they're doing with, like, the hours in their day, and really putting that into perspective. It's really brought you two back to a place of this twin flame love, like this twin flame feeling, like whether you as the Divine Feminine are feeling called to, like, reach out and initiate things again, or create, like, this inviting energy, or whether it's the Divine Masculines just, like, stepping forward and, like, reaching out to you guys and wanting to be close to you or start up this connection again. The eight is a beautiful energy to have around that, especially after a lot of the pain that you guys have gone through. I feel a lot of the pain that you guys have gone through has had to do with being separated from each other, and also, like, the changes you guys have had to go through in order to realize, okay, you know what, it hurts to be apart from this person, and now I know I have to make some moves here in my life, but making those moves, like, it was also really painful, So a lot of you have been through some crazy stuff towards, like, the end of 2020, maybe beginning of 2021. But now it's like clarity again, okay? Like, confidence coming back here, no distractions. And I love here that the both of them are just kind of looking forward here. And the magic of the coffee too is just stopping to, like, sit down and relax and start over with each other. Just slow down and enjoy the simple things, the finer things. And the Pentacles energy too is like this grounding feeling with the energy of the eight, okay? So it's like smooth sailing from here, but in this more, like, grounded space, this grounded energy, knowing now how to navigate each other a little bit better. Do you guys know what I mean? It's like, even with him kind of tickling her with the rose, touching her with the rose, and, she's not even looking or bothered by it just yet. I feel like that's him offering the communication, and this time around, like, the feminine's like, okay, that, like, ball of nervousness isn't there within you anymore. It's more of just, like, very, very grounded energy, and a lot of you coming into this realization of, like, okay, you know what, at the end of the day, like, now that we're communicating again, what do I want out of this? What do I really truly want out of this? And many of you are feeling empowered as well to set very clear boundaries with your masculines as well, whereas before it was like, oh my god, like, I don't want to lose the opportunity to, like, connect with this person. It's like many of you now are just like, again, like, sipping your coffee or tea. But I just know, I think that's like a French press back there, which is why I said coffee. But, you got a lot of you are just sipping your tea or your coffee and you're feeling relaxed. And it's a really good energy and a confident energy to be in, because, again, it's mirroring back to the both of you. A lot of growth has occurred. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so this time around, he really just wants to nurture their connection and, you know, more than take care of her with him feeding her there, but he wants to take care of the connection, being more responsible, being more accountable. Okay, a lot of them have healed from like certain types of like behaviors that maybe it did seem like very manipulative and like, you know, like gaslighting, all of that stuff, but the divine feminine was able to see it as very defensive energy. Like when the masculines came forward with a lot of their toxic ways, and maybe it reflected the way that they've behaved in past relationships, or maybe relationships that they were currently in or are still in, many of the divine feminines saw that as like, wow, like it is not cool what you've been through, you know, rather than like punishing him or calling him a jerk or being like, you know what, blah, 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 blah. Like you guys were like, whoa, you've been through some stuff, man. Like you've been through some stuff. And it really showed a lot of graciousness about you, divine feminine. It showed a lot of strength, a lot of compassion from your end. And so now he wants to match that level of compassion. Like, of course he wants to take care and nurture a woman like that, right? A woman who is, you know, always like elevating his desires, his perspectives on life, like his existence, you know. Even he's like, gosh, what do I want out of this time? And this time it's to be very careful and responsible with your love, divine feminine, you know, and being responsible with his heart as well, because he knows that any type of friction or any type of like, I'm gonna say unnecessary like soul lessons, it's like, now that you guys have all of this perspective, it's like, you know, no one's going to be making any kind of careless mistakes. And so, yeah, I guess that's just the overall message I'm getting from him, with him just, you know, honestly, like feeding her there. Will you get your butt out of the camera? Huh? You silly. You silly. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I really like the energy that's coming out of it. And with the two birds here, like, you know, feeding from the same little saucer there. Like a little cat saucer with milk. I'm just kidding. You're not supposed to feed cats milk, guys. But yeah, it's really beautiful energy there. Like coming together, nurturing, a lot of fruit there, fruitful things on its way. And yeah, I just wish you guys the best. And I know that many of you are feeling this kind of like excitement, energy in the air, and a lot of sensual passion. And many of you have overcome a lot of stuff too. Like the eights there, and it's doubled. It's time for smooth sailing, okay? A lot of the sacrifices you guys have made, a lot of the stuff that you guys have, you know, gone through, it's definitely been worth it, and it's not been unseen or unnoticed by the universe. All right, guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves. If you would like to book a personal session with me at any time, you can contact me on Wizio. And yeah, if you guys are interested, join the Patreon crew. There's tons more extra content on there for you guys to view, and it's a little bit more personal because it's more of like a private space where I can connect with you guys a little bit more closely. So do check out the links in the description box. And yeah, I'll catch you guys again soon. All right, I love you guys. Take care. This one's in the mood for snuggles. So I'll catch you guys again. All right, bye guys.